What's up, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, bringing you another video today. And first off, happy belated Christmas. Merry belated Christmas, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas holidays. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Hope you're enjoying your holiday season so far. For everyone watching from Canada and from the countries that observe Boxing Day, happy Boxing Day. Hope you're enjoying your day off, and also hope you're enjoying your holidays. The video I wanted to put out today is something that actually I saw and read about on Friday, and it really caught my eye. Really wanted to talk about it, but I just didn't have the means to make a video until now, and so I hate that I had to wait, but this has been on my mind all weekend, so I really wanted to talk about it and discuss it on the channel. So definitely, once I make the video and post it, if you have any thoughts or feelings about this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below, and definitely let me know how you feel about it. It really caught my eye and really hurt my nerves, and I just wanted to discuss it. And basically what I wanted to talk about is the comments made by former Supersonic, Denver Nugget, and recently Sacramento King head coach Karl. And when I saw what he was talking about, it really disappointed me. Never been too much a fan of his coaching, and never really saw him win at anything. Closest he came to winning was when he took Seattle to the NBA Finals. The team with Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Nate McMillan, all those guys. So, never been a fan of his, and from what I've read and heard, not too many of the players that are a fan of his either. So, I guess this is not surprising. But I mean, it was surprising to me. I didn't think that a coach would stoop this low and just talk about his players like this. So if you don't know, he's trying to sell a book, kind of similar to what Phil Jackson did, but he went took a step further than Phil Jackson. And one of the main things he did was criticize two of his players in Denver at the time, which were Kenyon Martin and Carmelo Anthony. So I did want to discuss that. I'm not a Melo fan. I don't really like his game at all. I mean, here's the thing. You're allowed to, as a person, you can criticize someone. If you're a coach and you don't like a player, or you have a problem with the player, or whatever the case may be, you have, by any means, you can criticize that person for their play, what they do on the court, all that good stuff. You want to do that, that's perfectly fine. And I understand that. But there's a certain line that you can't cross. And I feel as though that he crossed that line with this book. I know he was trying to do it to sell copies, whatever the case may be. I get it. But you can't go this far with what you're saying, man. Especially if you don't really know the person. And from what I've heard, Karl was not the type of coach to really get up and personal with the people that he was trying to coach. This guy is no Greg Popovich. His players did not love him. From what I heard, he was real arrogant. Just walking through the locker room, not saying anything to people, just walking through like he owned the place. And, all that stuff rubs off the wrong way to people. So, for this stuff to come out and no players, coming to his defense, backing him up, saying, oh no, he's a great guy, I haven't heard anything like that. I've just heard the complete opposite. So, he was real critical of, Carmelo, calling him selfish and, being selfish in his ways, not wanting to change his ways and stuff like that. And I get that. I mean, that could be true. I mean, I don't know how players feel feel about Melo in the locker room. I haven't heard anyone really speak against him. So he must be a great teammate. Now, what he does on the court, that's another thing. Like I said, I'm not a fan of his. Don't really like his game. He's a great scorer, but really one-dimensional. He doesn't really have too much else to his game. Not really the hardest worker on defense, which was another thing that George Karl was critical of. Fair enough. But what really got to me and what really crossed the line was where he broke it down and talked about basically, that they held, these two guys held this huge burden for all this money and not knowing what to do with it because, quote unquote, they didn't have fathers in their lives to teach them how to be men. Now, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, wait now. To me, that's going too far. And for one, George Karl doesn't know these guys. They don't know how they were brought up, don't know how they were raised. They don't know anything about these guys. It was just such a stereotypical blanket statement to make about these guys just to sell books. Now, from what I've heard, Melo's father died when he was 2 years old. So, obviously, the man is not going to be in his life. And I know people reading that statement without knowing that would just go off the typical, single parent home of, the black male without a father, blah, 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 father not being there, all that stuff. Single mom trying to raise family. And to me, when I first read that the first thing that comes to mind is that stereotypical thought. But then I read that his father died. So, you can't speak about the man and he's not even here to defend himself. I'm sure if his father didn't die, he would have been in his life. He would have been for all he knows, he could have been a wonderful father. So, you shouldn't go there with him. I'm sure that he got raised perfectly fine so he could grow up and be in the NBA making millions of dollars playing the game that he loves. I haven't heard anything extremely negative about Carmelo other than his play and whatever opinions you can make about his defense or whatever the case may be. You might not like his shot selection, but I haven't heard anything negative about him getting arrested, about him abusing people, about him stealing or anything of that nature. From what I've heard, he's been a great guy. Married. What more does he have to do? Same thing with Kmart. I haven't heard anything negative about him. From what I heard, I don't know if he's married or not, but I know that he did say that he has kids. And what is the issue? To me, these guys seem fine. They're not like these guys that you see, where they're out of the league, they're broke, they're committing crimes and stuff like that. They're not doing any of that. They seem like they're just down-to-earth guys that are just trying to live their life. So for him to just talk about them like that in that regard, it was just cowardly, man. Especially if he doesn't even know the guys. It's not like he got to know them, got to know their situation and can comment on that. No. From what they said, they didn't really have any relationship with him. They had better relationships with their college coaches than they did with him. They didn't really know the man. And the man didn't really know them. So he is in no position to make any comments about their upbringing. So, that just struck a nerve with me. I think he also talked about J.R. Smith and all that stuff too. My thing is if you got a problem with a player, an issue with a player, why didn't you say something about it when they were there? Because from what it seems, this is the first that these guys are hearing about this stuff. So if you had this strong opinion, these strong feelings that you just had to get out there for the whole world to see, why couldn't you have let this known to these guys way back in the day? I mean, that's the sign of a good coach. I'll bet you if this was Greg Popovich, he would have let them know. And the thing is, I'm sure Pop would have been there for them to be that father figure that George Karl seems to think was missing out of their lives. So, if you're sitting there to criticize them for not having that figure, why couldn't you, being a key figure in their life, try to fill that role for them since you felt it was missing? So, it is what it is. I'll tell you one thing. He's not coaching anymore. He's through. Because at this point in time, no player is ever going to trust the man ever again. I mean, I wouldn't trust him. How could I play for him now and think, oh, well, whatever happens to me now, he's just going to talk about me once he stops coaching again and make a book out of it. So I'm going to be part of his material for his next book. Forget all of that, man. So he's pretty much done as a coach. I'm pretty sure that him making this book, he knew he was done as a coach anyways. His last experience with Sacramento, he was toast. So, like I said, I'm just disappointed in what he did. He didn't have to do that, but I guess in this day and age, this is what you got to do to sell. I mean, to me, it's no different than these guys, like these rappers who make fake beef in order to sell records. That's the same thing to me. Or it's no different from these guys on YouTube who make clickbait videos. It's all the same thing. It's all fake, man. It's all, look at me, let me get the attention by saying something controversial and getting everyone to come and check me out, when meanwhile I really don't have too much to say, or my book isn't really about anything. But let me just let these little excerpts slip so everyone can start talking about me. That's pretty much what this is. So, whatever, man. Anyways, that's it for the video today. Like I said, I hope everyone's enjoying their holidays. If you like the video, definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. Comment in the comment section below. Tell me how you feel about what he said, and your feelings about that, whether you feel that you agree with what he was saying or disagree, or if you feel that what he was saying was very stereotypical. Just let me know in the comment section below. And if you like my comments, if you like my commentary, you like what I produce on the channel, you like my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. I've gained a few more subs since the last few days, and the next video I'm going to make is going to be a video about YouTube and the issues that I've been having, and so that'll probably be coming up probably in the next couple of days. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Have a great day. Happy holidays. Peace.